of content that will really help us with the app. Call it. Don't. Yo. Eh? Yeah. I'm trying to keep them active. Yeah? Yeah, we thought it's just a few weeks. When it will be completed, will be a few weeks. So this is the guy.
Asking questions.
I was just introducing you properly so that they can see. Yeah, his name is called Luke. Yeah, he's one of the people at RDM here, and trust me, this is the guy. He's also a developer, by the way. We don't talk to other. We only deal with fellow devs. Yeah, so he's a developer, but he part-times with RDM to help them on a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's him. You want to introduce yourself?
Sure, introduce myself.
Okay.
But yeah, name's Lucas, and
Yeah.
I'll be seeing you around.
All right. Awesome. So guys, I want to talk to you about something. I think I also introduced myself earlier. My name is Johnson. I'm a full stack developer and also a good back-end engineer. So I really want to tell you. Okay. Adi, Doni. Jango. Okay, so guys, literally what I do, I bank code. Yeah. I crack code. I develop a lot, and of course, we are in a team, and I advise everyone to develop as a team because that's how dreams work. Do not develop alone and just sit back on your code and hope for things to work out. Yeah, because all of us have grown up from community. I personally have gained so much experience from meeting professional developers, professional engineers who are equipped with so much knowledge and so much enthusiasm to learn, to practice, to actually do things to completion. Yeah. So I always advise people to join community, but of course not all communities are worthy joining. Yeah. Okay. I was saying we need to.
Guys, check out YouTube to see if the sound is okay. Where is the link? Just go to the YouTube channel. This program. Maybe this guy can. The sound is there.
Okay, so guys, as I was still talking, so ideally, yeah, most devs don't know English, by the way, so don't blame them. Okay, that was a bad joke. That was just a joke, guys. So nowadays, because I think devs are the most English spoken people, because there's no tutorial that you can go online, and actually 90% of the tutorials that you find online are all English related. So so if you find a dev who actually doesn't know English, just know they actually don't know stuff. So I think you've seen all the devs, Collins, Donny. You've seen all of them speak English. No one has cracked anything. Yeah. So yeah, I mean cracking, you didn't do any error. So so as I was saying, most of the developers in the circle are really good developers who have built things that are actually out there. because the CEO Oliwa himself is here. He built a platform that is for ticketing. So you deployed it, right? But you, yeah, it's actually there, but he's still making some few changes to the app. Yeah, it's a ticketing app called Oliwa. So it just, in other words, it allows you to like look for tickets and like events in case there is an event. Yeah, you can just easily like look for tickets and find them there. Okay. So Donny, do you have?
We are back.
Yeah, chat. So we are back.
Yeah, so this time around we are going full. We're going in
Speed.
full full coding. Is that correct?
Guys, it's full. Yes, full coding is correct.
Yeah,
It's okay. I don't think there is empty coding, guys. So
We are locking
we are locking in. Actually, that's the truth. This is what we are doing. Guys, it's full. Yes, full coding.
Yeah, it's cover. So good.
So we are locking in. Yeah, that's it.
What's that?
Locking from RD. Time to lock in. So some of us came sliding.
Eh,
Yeah. Chat. Right, go streaming.
yeah, streaming is not easy. Guys, I'm just trying to share the links, the YouTube links to the group so that we start coding right away. So we do have Collins, I'm done sharing. Yeah. So Johnson, just hold up. Let me.
Okay. All right. So guys, okay. In the meantime, I want to talk about how AI is revolutionizing the world. Yeah. So we have a question. Proud from Proud. As a Python developer, I want to join the backend team. What do you say?
Currently, we are not doing Python. Guys, are you doing anything related to Python?
I doubt.
Not really.
Yeah.
So we don't have anything that's
That's Python related, yeah.
Python related currently.
But we shall keep you posted.
In case.
Yeah, in case.
Yeah, in case there's.
In case there is anything, we shall let you know. Yeah. But
Yeah.
the whole thing is JS, eh? Because even at the beginning of the session, we talked about JS. So the whole project is JS related. So in case anyone wants to bring their Python knowledge, they can wait for some time, or you can just go and, oh bro, how are you? Or Mugabe, you actually know my name. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. So in the meantime, everyone is actually running the repo. All the devs are trying to run the repo, to clone the repo and run it on their machines. So I want to bring back Collins on the call. Okay. is coming. So Mavikathias is asking, have you ever developed a PWA or any Vue.js project? So who are you asking? Yeah.
Majority of the people here build PWAs.
You know what
what PWA is?
Yes. Progressive web app. So guys,
Yeah. But I think like 3 of us have experience with Vue. Me, forgot it.
Diven, yeah.
Yeah, most of us.
I've actually also
experience.
worked with Vue.js before. So this guy is asking again. Ask Donny, when is he letting us be part as well? Omugabe, please tell us about yourself as well, so that we can know, because you've talked about Python, I think.
You are active
No?
guy.
Yeah, you can tell the team so that they get to know, because these guys are actually really taking. Yeah. In the meantime, Colin's going to share with us how we came to the venue today.
How we came to the venue.
How we reached here. Keep your viewers entertained.
Okay, so how we came to the venue, I think we have a group chat called Remote Quest, where we had been looking for jobs. I think for the past year or so, we're looking for jobs. Donny happened to be a part of the group. So what I had done is I'd gotten a group of people, and we were supposed to meet with a couple of developers, the guys that have made it in the ecosystem, so that we can have chats with them, see what they've done. We shall put up a couple of photos in our LinkedIn posts. I think you guys can also head over to LinkedIn and follow us. We're going to be putting a lot of updates on the thing, and even updates on how you can join the next stream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we created a group called Remote Quest, and we kept meeting developers. We met guys who have worked for Microsoft. They gave us tips and tricks. So when we started making money, we decided to give this information to the world, to give this information to you people, so that you guys can get these opportunities as well. So one of the people that happened to be in our group on WhatsApp, the Remote Quest group, was Lucas. So Lucas has, I think for the past couple of months, has been collaborating with Aridem, working on a couple of things he will mention. So he's the one who got us the collab. And yeah, that's how we are here. But before coming here, we were in a crappy house. But yeah, anyway, we've been collaborating with a couple of service providers to give us these places. On the first day, we were with Founders Lounge, Uganda. We were working on our personal brands. So I took guys through a session of working on their personal brands. Some of them purchased domains. We shall be giving updates on that, and we shall also have a live stream on that one. The following day, we had it at Founders. We had the following day at ISEC in Uganda, in Chireka. We were chilling there. We were there the whole day. They gave us place to sleep even. Then today we're at Aridem. So we're going to be collaborating with organizations in the space as well as developers in the space. So if you're interested in joining, you can hit us up on LinkedIn for me. These guys, you can hit them up on Twitter. You can hit up Lead Programmer anywhere. You can just search for him. So yeah, that's how we got the place, and that's how we met each other. Most of us met through a lot of these guys met through the groups.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Mavi Kathias is asking. So he's a full stack developer too, but I use Vue.js and Vite framework to handle most projects.
Yeah, so what I can tell you is, for us, the tech stack doesn't matter. As long as you can code, you just come through and you push. Because I don't think I haven't written React Native in a long time, but we've set it up and all that. I also haven't used Superbase yet. I've just been admiring it from afar. So yeah, some of us are novel to the tech stacks that are being used. So I think it's just your ability to learn. That's all.
Exactly. So also, Mr. Eric is asking whether we need students.
Man, so about the student thing, I think 2 of us are students here. It's just that some of them got gigs afterwards. But yeah, we do have students. We gauge based off of passion, based off your ability to work. So I mean, if you have some exciting projects that you wanted to build, if you think different, I mean, want to change the space, want to bring in more people, like 3D artists to collaborate, guys who have been doing creative web development. I have friends that have worked in German companies where they do those fancy animations and stuff. Want to bring those guys in, because the thing is, want to change the whole siloed ecosystem thing. So if there's something that you've been doing in the background, your own fashion project, your fun, was it passion project, that's the word, your fun passion project, and you want to bring it to life, we can help you with those. We can help you with the resources. We have a couple of graphic designers on the project that can help you design the logos, the experiences, the strategy, the way to make money. We have project managers, business analysts on the team. So we're just trying to foster collaboration. We want to bring all these siloed ecosystems together so that we can have all the guys working together and pushing these things. So we do not care about your qualifications, about whether you've been in the army for 2 years, but you have passion in software development. We really do not care. Just send us a couple of your projects, just links. You don't have to send us a code. If you're scared of stealing your ideas, we have enough of our own. Yeah, I don't know if there's anyone else had an inquiry.
Yeah, so I think there's only Cathias here who was saying he tried to work with React but ended up falling in love with Vue.
Yeah, I mean, Vue is very minimalistic. I would take Vue over React if I want very little complexity.
Yeah.
But I find React more comfortable for me because I've been using it for years. But I've grown to love Vue because of its simplicity. It does a lot of the things that React does in a very, very minimalistic way.
Yeah, that's true. So
Yeah, so the team at the back is cooking up the architecture, so the streaming architecture. I'm going to call Joel to come and break it down a bit for us, and then we can get started building this thing. So I will be working with the team in the background, trying to brainstorm the name and work on the branding, and then we shall be intercepting and answering some of your questions. So please do leave some questions in the chat so that we can answer you guys and give you guys. So Smile L2 is saying they are lost. Just ask questions, we shall answer.
Where to send the links?
Or like a sign up link or registration.
Sign up link.
We haven't created that yet.
We're going to create one shortly and actually send it here.
Okay.
Just keep on
Joel.
on the live. There's another good question from Clinton M. What backend are you using for the microservices?
Okay, so this is one of the things I wanted to address. So being that it's an MVP, we're not even thinking about microservices. So we're using a backend as a service.
Yeah.
We're using a backend as a service. We don't have a fully fledged backend with microservices and stuff like that. We just wanted to get something off the ground. So we're using Superbase. We're using Superbase for the backend. Yeah.
So again, Hound DeepMind AI. Oh.
He's asking what the platform is going to be about. Donnie will explain more about that. Let me bring Joel on. So Joel's going to talk about the technical implementation in terms of the architecture and stuff like that. So he'll answer most of your questions to do with that as I work on the branding and the name.
Okay. So Joel is here. I think Joel will introduce himself.
That's the guy's question about the application.
Hey guys, Joel here.
Senior back-end dev.
So yeah, I'm working with 4 other guys on the system architecture and design. We have to be sure on how everything is going to be lined out, and to make sure even if it's an MVP, we are building something that won't cost us in the long run. So we are currently looking at the technical aspect of everything, how things are coming into play, and I can tell you about that. So you said what was the first question? Cool.
There was a nice question that someone asked. So this one, Donnie will answer it.
What does the platform
do exactly?
So actually, for starters, the platform is mainly a streaming service.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a streaming application, like how you see Twitch. Yeah, I could tell you that maybe.
Yeah, it's actually that's more of like it. It's more of like a streaming.
We are building something like that, but this is going to come with lots of cool features that you'll see along the way.
Yeah.
You just have to keep up following that.
What was the bottom line of building this app, by the way? Okay, guys, let me answer that. So, ideally, this app was brought up because, I think there is no Ugandan app we've seen that does streaming. So, Don is going to talk to you about that, and also
Don is going to jump in later after I take you through a brief system arc and how everything is. I know there are some people interested on Like, what are these guys using to pull off such a thing? And I know, need some answers. So currently we do, like a normal app, we do have that client layer and the server layer, which you can call the backend. So we shall start with the client layer. The client layer is going to consist of a web and mobile apps. These will be convenient for anyone. Let's say someone wants to log in from a website, let's say on your PC, on Chrome, you open up, sign in, and you're able to stream or view streams. You can think of it that way. Or the mobile way, where you can be like in your bed, you're with your phone, and you open up the app, just like what you're doing with TikTok, I guess. So about the stack, like many people have said, it's mainly JS. So we are going with React and React Native. React for the web and React Native for mobile. Cross-platform, both iOS and Android. And then the backend, for starters, we are using backend as a service, which is Superbase, which is most people's favorite here. It's easier to set up, and it's built on top of Postgre, so you get SQL, and managing users that has never been simple, and writing SQL. And then maybe to talk about, maybe some people are interested on like what's happening, like how do you capture stream and actually share it with people. So that's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science.
So if you get time, you should go and read about WebRTC based APIs. Basically we are playing around with WebRTC API, which comes in your browser. You can hook it up with native tools to run on iOS or Android. So if you get time, you can read about WebRTC. And then so our backend is mainly going to interact with a front end through WebRTC. That's picking your screen, so you're sharing screen, camera. That's all handled by the WebRTC APIs. And so the streaming layer, you can think of it like we are going to have live audio, video, publishing, subscription, and then we shall also be tracking the camera, screen share, audio, all those things with recording capabilities. And though I won't go so much deep into how we actually implementing WebRTC, because you can consider those like company secrets and all. But but it's all about WebRTC. If you can learn how to figure that out and play around it, you can build something, and then find a way to make it reliable to what companies like Twitch are doing, companies like TikTok, ByteDance, and YouTube. So Caleb can talk to you guys about AI, how we are planning to integrate AI in the app, and then any questions that follow up regarding the system design and arc, you can type them, and then we shall be answering.
The questions are many. We are going to come to them after Caleb has talked.
Hi, my name is Caleb, and I'm an AI software engineer. So the AI integration in this application is we are sort of trying to create an AI system that helps you create your best streams, your best content. So basically how we do that is when you conclude a stream, we sort of analyze, we can sort of look at the engagement at the different points in your stream. Let's say when you talked about a specific thing, that's when like the engagement was the highest. So we can look at the comments, we can look at the views to help you sort of understand what kind of content resonates the best with your audience, so that next time you're on a stream, you can sort of hint on those things and like create your best content. So for example, on this stream, let's say we can see that the most comments are about, let's say, the stack, or the most comments are about how we came up with the idea and stuff like that. So that all that data can sort of help us on our future streams to make our content resonate with you guys as much as possible. So that's basically how the AI integration is going to sort of plug into the app. And then also we'll do some stuff around, let's say, recommending streams based on streams that the user usually likes to watch. So basically, that's how we're going to be integrating AI. So we'll be interacting a lot with the backend. It's going to be like a microservice that shall be called from the backend after a stream is complete, and we can sort of talk to the WebRTC API so that we can get like the video, the transcripts, the analytics, the comments, and all that stuff, so that we can run it through our model, and we can analyze that data so that we can sort of help you make your best stream. So that's basically how AI is going to plug in and help you create wonderful content. So I don't know if anyone has any questions. We can go through those.
Johnson, you can look through some questions.
So, okay, there were some nice questions actually from the chat. So, chat, these questions are going to be to the man himself, okay? So, I'm going to welcome him.
Firebase versus Super. Oh,
Yeah, there was.
So
Yeah.
the main reason why we didn't do Firebase is because we want something that want to be able to control data properly with SQL, the relations mainly, and you know what the hell Firebase gives you when it comes to having those auto-linking data and all that, which is something very simple with SQL based, and it's also building on top of Postgre. Superbase built on top of PostgreSQL, which is like the best SQL DB we have right now. It has a lot of features, and you get all those at your exposure with Superbase. So yeah, that's the main reason why we chose Superbase.
Awesome. So, I think they have answered you, Mr. Mavi. So they
It's
also
gonna be an app. It's going to be both a mobile and web. Yeah.
Exactly. It's going to be both mobile and web. So about like the overall thing about the app, I think Don is going to talk about it.
So me, I'm lost.
I'm going to do exactly.
So what is this platform going to do? It's going to do streaming.
It's a streaming platform.
Do you need students? Not at the moment. But yeah,
those ones we had answered them. Yeah,
something might come up. Just skip around.
Have you worked?
Have you worked NoSQL DBs, and what's your take on? Yeah, I've worked with lots of NoSQL DBs, and I've already faced problems of interlinking data. Like the relations were really hard to map up, and something very simple SQL does. Well, like even imagine deleting something with like something interlinked with a NoSQL DB, or like writing an iterator to like trace data where it's from and all that, in which it's just like a single command in SQL and you have something.
There's another question here. What gaps are you solving in the Ugandan streaming space? It's a serious question.
The gaps we are solving in the Uganda. So yeah, most of the streaming platforms are not giving us something people want, like something Ugandan based, where people are going to have a lot of engagement. You see, Twitch is a Western product, and many people, the main reason why we don't have streamers on Twitch is because people don't understand Twitch. It's something built for the West, and we want to build something really people here can pick up and use easily.
Yeah, so keep those questions coming, keep them coming. But don't need G. So, okay, I want to bring Donny himself. Donny,
Did you guys answer the guy with the no SQL?
Yeah, we answered him. I don't know if he's still asking.
Hey bro, I don't know if the answer they've given you is sufficient.
But it was mainly with data relations.
So the whole streaming gap is the fact that there is no streaming in UG.
Exactly.
So the fact is, we want to create that opportunity, because I mean it has unlocked doors for guys in the West. We could do the same for us here, but I think is we want to address the problems that would have arisen. Sorry, is that the word? Arisen. So we want to solve the problems that would have rose with streaming in Uganda. So getting paid for your streams, and our unique the thing about our events is most of the people want to catch them online, but they're on YouTube, on what, and we don't get to see these events again and again. Imagine you could attend JS Kampala without being there. Imagine you could have events like a whole event streamed in rooms and stuff like that. The things they do for these big global events. So this app is meant to be that bridge between the digital event and the physical event. That's the thing. That's it, basically. But we're trying to solve for those problems earlier on.
Okay, so just check if
Donnie, you can come here.
questions.
Come and answer.
Donnie, they have very many big questions.
The business.
Okay, so this is a good question for you, Caleb. So they're asking, are you going to train your AI on Ugandan data? How will it handle local language translation?
Yeah, boss.
That's the first question. You need time to think about it. You
Guys can over ask.
No, it's okay. I can actually answer.
You come back. We need you. This is the technical part. We're getting those questions out of you.
So for the start, the AI integration is going to work like with English only, but there's also some other good models that are coming out for local languages that we can easily plug in. So let's say your stream is in Uganda, you can also be able to transcribe that and run it through our system. So yeah, for the start, we'll start with English only, but eventually there are models that we have that are capable of doing other languages.
To add on his initiatives, he works with the Secretariat in charge of the Science, Technology and Innovation. That's under the Office of the President, where they're working on more contextualized models for Ugandan use cases. So we're going to be utilizing one of those, and we shall probably show most of this stuff on the Science Week.
Yeah, sure.
Right? So those are the models we're going to utilize in this case. So we've already fine-tuned models to understand Ugandan context. So even telling you where your next door Rolex is and stuff like that.
Yeah. We'll most likely integrate some of those models as well.
Yeah. You can check out most of his work on his website.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Then there's a person here asking, is there any mentorship available? I have been trying to develop some of my own apps, but can't finish. This is Michael Elimu. This name looks familiar. So I think Warren will answer that bit.
Yeah. All right.
Warren,
Any other
do you
questions?
Okay. So Warren is going to answer that first question he was given. Then Donnie will talk about why we decided to do this particular app. So Warren can take on the first question about mentorship. So he's going to tell you about what we have in the sandbox and the collaborations we have in the sandbox that are going to foster easy and better mentorship for guys that are up and coming in software development.
Yeah. So you know the saying that a blind man can't lead other blind men, and that's something that.
Have you watched C?
No, but the truth is, in Uganda, we have one problem, is that, and it's something that even I am struggling with. Everyone is always trying to give advice, and everyone is trying to give mentorship and stuff they haven't yet even experienced. So everyone is trying to sound important, and that's a big problem. And the reason I'm coming from that level, so that I can, answer this question better, is to make you understand why the thing that we're doing is the way it is and why it's structured. So we're trying to get some partnerships, not even trying. The partnerships have been looking for us because, well, this team is full of authentic and, well level-headed people. They're good at whatever they're good at. So different people in the industry have been looking to partner with us. There are different opportunities, and those are things we're going to be sharing on LinkedIn and even in the description. But we can't give you something that we don't have ourselves. So we've decided to brave, sort of the tsunami that is there between us and, let's say, investors and people who have actually been through the industry. So we are talking to people, for example, Keen from Next Media, to give us his own personal perspective of what, having a business in the Ugandan landscape is like, because there's a business tycoons in Uganda. There are people who have had businesses for 20 years, 15 years, 30 years even. So we're trying to create that connection with them, and it's happening. It's growing well. We have a couple of meetings that we've had with them and more meetings coming up, so that you're not just getting mentorship from fellow devs. For us, maybe one eye has opened, and for you, you're still blind. But we need to get the right mentorship. Yeah, but you need to get mentorship from people who have actually seen and had lived experiences. So we're building a community where you'll be a part of this. You won't just be joining us on lives. You'll be joining us live, in person, so that these people can actually have conversations with you directly, and you can also have conversations with us. Yes, we've built startups. Some of us have struggled with our startups for 2 years. Some people even left their startups, and that's the truth. They had nice ideas, but there was no monetary value. So you might find that you're building something, but it has no business side of it. You're just building a fancy product. So there's also that there are conversations that you have to have along those lines. I won't say run to innovation hubs and what, you have to get information from people actually doing the thing. And that's why I guess you asked us. But yes, there's going to be mentorship, and there's going to be in person, even friendship. I like to look at mentorship as just forming the right friendship with people who have lived experiences. So yeah, what's his name? Yeah, at user. Player 456. Anyways, yeah, you're going to have that. Just keep engaged. Follow this page. Get into the DMs. You can just regurgitate your question, and then we'll follow up with you. But definitely, that mentorship is going to be there.
Actually, to supplement onto his, what we're going to do is simply bring the things to you.
Yeah.
We're going to bring them easier. We're going to bring them in your context, in things that you understand. I want you to imagine programming tutorials taught to you in a context within which you can understand.
Yeah.
We've collaborated with companies in the space that they're already doing content. Guys like Craft Academy, guys like Tessa Advisory. We're working with a lot of key players in the space to see that you guys get personalized, gamified information that fits your context, and you can also make money from it.
Yeah.
So in regards to the mentorship thing, just keep your eyes peeled. Please follow us on all the different platforms. We'll be sharing a lot of this information. We've been working on this over the past year or so. So we're now just coming out with the thing. So just keep your eyes peeled. The mentorship is going to come, and it is for you who's asking for it.
Yeah.
This question was ideally going to be, and it's from how
the deep mind AI. So he's saying, so what's this platform going to do exactly? But I want to pose this question in a different way. Donnie, I want you to share that unique experience that made you come up with the idea for this platform. Because Donnie shared an idea a couple of days back about him, a couple of weeks back about him starting a streaming channel on Twitch, and how he wanted to change the ecosystem, like Kai Senat has done for the influencers, like Mr. Beast has done for the influencers.
Speed.
Wanted to do the same here. So I was like, man, why are we working in siloed? Why are we trying to push different cars? Let's sit in the same car and push the same goal. Yeah. So he's going to speak more into that.
All right. So basically, I was trying to do Twitch streams. I wanted to start streaming tech content on Twitch, and then I realized that this was during the Kai Sinat Streamer University streamings, if you guys were following up and all that. So I realized that in Africa, it's only one streamer that is actually known on Twitch, and that's Shank Comics. Is the biggest streamer in Nigeria currently. He got all the following and all that just because he went to the streamer university, and he's the only guy streaming on Twitch from Nigeria. Yes, there are many game developers, I would say. There are many game streamers in Nigeria, but him is now outstanding. Yeah, so I wanted to start up a stream basically for tech content. Yeah, programming, I would say, giving you like live debugging sessions and all that stuff. Giving you like real advice, like what these guys have been sharing for the couple of minutes back, and that's what I wanted to embed. But the problem was, how do I make Ugandans know Twitch? Because that was a different gap. Yeah, most Ugandans don't use Twitch. Like, it's just out of their context. It's not something that they most of you people, like even right now, I think the most comments are from TikTok. Yeah. So most Ugandans are familiar with TikTok than any other kind of streaming platform. And the sad thing is that we have no application that is streaming tech content or game content or any other content from like live events, I would say. Yeah, it's only people are finding hard to even stream live events. If it's not YouTube, it's TikTok. Yeah, if it's not TikTok, then there's nowhere else they're streaming this. So the gap is there, and that's what we are trying to build up, and that's why the idea came up. Instead of putting up much effort, being a very good Twitch streamer for tech content, I decided to like build an application. Like, let's come up with an application that will help me reach out to a variety of Ugandans, and we localize the application basically for Ugandan content. Yeah. So maybe over the years we shall start, adding international kind of support. Maybe we shall move to Kenya, Tanzania, East Africa, Africa. Then we'll move also scale up to USA, I would say. Yeah. But right now it's basically Ugandans. Yeah. So yeah, that's what really inspired me. I didn't want to, start asking people to follow me up on Twitch and all that stuff. I just wanted us to have an application that will be consumed by Ugandan people, just showing everyone, whether you're a game developer, whether you are a tech content creator, whether you are an influencer. And the beauty is, I'm also trying to make sure that people earn from their streams. Yeah, leave these things of you're gifting someone like a rose on TikTok, and they give you like 100 roses, and then you find out like you only have, let me say, 0.5 US dollars. You get in Ugandan money, well, that's like 1K, I would say, or 1,500. So, and also TikTok takes half of that. Yeah. So, for example, if someone gives you a bunch of roses on TikTok that amount to $1 US, so TikTok takes 50% of that money, and then you take the 50%. In actual sense, you have earned $0.5. Yeah. So that's also the gap that we're trying to solve. What we are going to do is that the application will allow people, viewers of your stream, to send you money instantly, whether on MTN or Airtel. Right? I will be giving you a demo of how that is going to work up. So we have all the UI done for the application. So that's most of the features that we are really going to let the Ugandan people consume. So yeah, mainly that's it with the application, and where we have come from and where we are. Any other question before we dive into the coding session?
Now, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
when did your mindset shift from this Ugandan thing of, let me just go to an event, I'll find a developer friend of mine who will give me a gig? How did you shift from that mindset to creating your own media empire?
Well, it just happened a couple of days. Like, we have just had this for about 4 days back then. So I would say it's about how connected you are to the right resources. I'm just happy that I have a group of friends that are really very skilled in the industry. Like, together we can definitely build anything, be it AI, be it an application, be it a website, be it an enterprise level project. We could able to digest everything from scratch, and ship it. So when I came up with the idea, like when I thought about the idea of having this built up, the first people that I thought of my friends, definitely, because those are the people that I know that are well connected into tech and all that stuff. So I pitched to Collins, Joel here, like, you see the whole crew is all here. So, and they welcomed the idea. And then we set it up, like our first meetup, started up discussing the features that are going to happen in the application, the kind of how AI is going to be used in the application and all that, because we need to definitely integrate AI in any application, right? So yeah, mainly that's what came up, and that's how I've been able to create a very powerful Marvel team.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely it. So without.
So there's another question
Uh-huh.
that this guy was asking. For privacy concerns, how will you secure your data?
the AI involved in our political atmosphere. I think this goes to this goes to our AI engineer.
Head of strategy.
So head of strategy. So I repeat, for privacy concerns, how will you secure user data with AI involved in our political atmosphere?
Yeah, so for that bit, we can always sort of have the AI hosted on our own infrastructure, so we won't be like sending out your transcripts for, let's say, a political stream to the US or anything like that. So we can basically have our own infrastructure as the live streaming application. Yeah. So all of your data is secure. It's stored with us, and like no other third parties have access to it. So that's basically how we'll mitigate the risk, given the fact that we're going to be implementing AI into the application. But yeah, that's usually a common concern. But that's how it's done. We just have our own infrastructure that's owned and managed by us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
That's
to
powerful.
add on, so we have a couple of service providers we've been reaching out to, a couple of cloud service providers. Most of you guys haven't heard of them yet because they haven't launched or you're not the target market. Jokes. No, but a couple of them have just launched. Most of them launched through tech events that I attended, most of them being government-related events. But we can see what data is very sensitive that we need, that we can store here on servers, yeah? Because I know Superbase runs most of its servers on AWS, right? So I think for the very, very sensitive data, we can store it here with one of those service providers. We can actually get the conversation started. Let me call one of them. Yeah, so that's the whole point of the stream. You guys ask the hard questions, we solve on spot. Let me get us a cloud provider.
Nobody has asked about
Yeah. All right. I think it's time to
Johnson, do you have any more questions?
dive into. Before that, I think I need to share my code. Look,
For us more.
on the thingy OBS, we need to share the thingy.
Collins, we
Just
we
maximize the
have a
camera.
session together.
You see that window? Just maximize it a little bit. The red one, eh? Because behind there is a screen share. Minimize out. Yeah. Yeah. So I think kind it down. Yeah, there. Around there. Feel like that's okay. So on TikTok, are you guys able to see my screen on TikTok?
on TikTok, yeah, it's there.
Alright. So I'll be taking you through a quick demo of how currently the application is. We haven't come up with a name. Currently it's called Oni. It's just, that's the name, Oni. I don't know if you shall call it Oni Streams and all that, but currently we have Oni. So this is the home page. As you could see, it shows the people who are currently live, yeah? Maybe from your top searches. That's where AI will be used mostly to recognize the streams that you watch most of the time, and even those that are featured, right? So we have the trending streams currently, and then we have the live, like people are live right now. So then under here we have a section like for recent replays. Now these are just for streams that have just ended a few minutes or hours ago that people have been viewing. So this is basically the home page. So if you want to stream, if you want to watch a stream, maybe this is the stream. This may be a gaming session at Arudem. So just click this and yeah, you'll be able, just like TikTok, we have like a real-time feature that a real-time chat feature that you can like send comments. You can just like TikTok or another streaming platform. Yes, and it's in real time. So this is where we are going to embed in WebSockets, so that you see like, greetings from Entebbe. Who's this guy? Amazing content. Like what? That is someone. Okay, I mean, okay, it's a random a comment generator, rather viewer generator. So love from Kampala. Like, are we live? Where are these comments coming from? Okay, no, guys, just messages. Yeah, it's just a function that has these kind of like features trying to show you like, okay, these are people going to be commenting and all that stuff. So here we see the streamer. Maybe this is just a dummy data, rather a link to show you how people will be streaming. Now this cuts across to events, it cuts across to gaming, personal streamings and all that stuff. You'll be sharing your window, like maybe you want to travel and you wanted your viewers to see your day in life when you're trying out your things, maybe doing your physical exercise. This goes to any kind of content creator, right? So this is how people will be viewing your stream. This is mainly our MVP. We welcome any UI UX designer if you're really very good at your thing. Maybe you could change the looks of the application, but currently our first MVP will have this. So I've just given you a demo of how the chatting will be like, and then you could follow. If this is someone that you don't follow, you can definitely follow them in real time. Now the coolest feature is that you're able to gift the streamer, yeah, with money. So this is the green icon right here. Just click on that, and then we like it pops up like the currency that you want to gift in. But currently we are integrating mobile money payments. That's with MTN and Airtel. So we have like quick amounts. Quick amounts are just like things that you can easily give, and that's like the minimum right now is 1K. Now, you didn't want to gift a streamer 500, like really, to be honest. You didn't want to gift him 500, but we could have that feature if you guys think that is useful to add 500. No, not 500K, 500 shillings actually. So we would have that feature added just like as quick amounts. So you could select either you want to gift this streamer 1K, 2,000, 5,000. If at all you don't see the amount that you wish to give this person, would you just add it here? Maybe like you wanted to give him 100 Ugandan shillings. Yeah. Now this is like real money. It comes to you instant. We can't have a real time money cash out on bet power, and then we fail to integrate this in our application, a streaming application. So this money is instant. All what you need to do is when you add in the 100K, okay, let me just say 20,000. You select whether from your mobile money account, which is MTN or Airtel money. Yeah. So yeah, send them a tip. You just click on send a tip, and that's it. Money is sent to the streamer instantly, and they'll have message. Now this doesn't, we won't care. The streamer doesn't have to care, like I need to convert the money into US dollars, I need to convert this into Ugandan currency and all the charges and all that stuff. No, this is Ugandan shillings. Yeah, maybe when we are scaling, we'll think about integrating USD mainly for people outside Uganda to gift Ugandan streamers, right? Because USD is definitely standard, and we are also we are planning to work on crypto, integrating crypto. Like even crypto guys will definitely use their wallets to gift a streamer using crypto, but all this will be translated into Ugandan shillings because the end goal is have Ugandan money, right? So yeah, that's the feature. That's the streaming feature. And if you want to go live, all you need to do is grant permissions to your application, and then kind of will have like, this is where right now I'm using a simulator. That's why we don't have a live feed. But if you're using this on your mobile phone, definitely a live feed will be showing up here of like you, and you could flip the camera. You could turn off the video, and then remain audio only. If maybe your idea thing is just to talk, not to share your video, you could even turn off the mic. Yeah, simple as that. And you tell them what's the stream about is maybe shopping with friends. Maybe you want to move. Maybe you want to go shopping with your friends. That's what you're going to stream about. So the category we are planning to add on more categories, but currently we have music, gaming, comedy, lifestyle, events, education, support, and news. If it's definitely you're going to just give people news, maybe you want to give them. Sorry. Yeah. So if you want to have just news, like you're just going to broadcast, maybe you have an office at your workplace or at your home, you just use news as your category. If you want to talk about sports, maybe gambling, no, disclaimer, not gambling. It's no, not gambling. So you're talking about football, maybe you're talking about swimming, any kind of sport activity. This is where you have to select education. If your content is about, if your stream is mainly about teaching people, maybe coding, whatsoever, and all that stuff, we shall have also subcategories under each category. Maybe events, maybe you want to stream you have your event that is happening and you want it to be live and seen by all over people in Uganda. So this is the category of selecting. Comedy, this applies if you're an event organizer or you are an individual streamer, right? Anything that you want. So we shall recommend to you the best category that people are watching mostly. So if people are interested more into comedy streams or gaming streams and all that stuff, we recommend you these top categories that people are using or people are viewing mostly, so that you have your content consumed to the right audience. So yeah, and we have the stream quality. So this will depend on the kind of data that you have, right? Maybe if you're streaming, if you want to stream HD, you need to have a better connectivity. And this will be like auto-generated according to to your network. If it supports 4K, then definitely you have your stream being broadcasted in 4K. So it's simple as that. Then you go live. So this is where we at. We haven't really embedded in the different user types where you like the person watching the owner of the stream and also the viewer of the stream. So that's what we are working on next. And that's for now. That's it with the streaming. Then we have the explore button. So now think about this. We have 3 kind of filters. We have you can filter stream by the trend. Maybe also like checking streams that are near your place or near your location, and then subcategories. So here we shall show you the top trending streams, right? And you just have to click on any stream that you feel like, maybe these, and you watch straight up. Then another coolest feature is about this, like where you select streams according to your location. For example, your neighbor is a streamer and you didn't know about that. So this feature will help you get to know that, okay, maybe your neighbor is a streamer and this is what is currently streaming. So this is a feature that I think is not even yet done on TikTok or another streaming platform, and we want to embed in this feature into our application as well. This is really very cool. So you definitely know your people around you who are streaming. Any area that you go to, maybe in Chanja, guys who stay in Chanja. If you're next to chicken, definitely you see chicken stream happening live right here. So and also by category, this is very straight up forward. You browse a stream based on the category that you want, be it gaming, music, events, comedy, and sports. Yeah, so basically that's it. And yeah, this is the home page, no, the profile page, where you see your total likes of the streams that you have been doing, the total views, and people are following you up. Yeah, so everything after every end of a stream, we add this stream onto your profile. So we shall be pre-recording your stream in actual sense. So yeah, mainly that's it. And this is how to share. If you want to share your profile, we haven't worked on the settings yet. And yeah, that's it. So today we are planning to integrate a streaming platform. Yeah, it's called what? Joel. We are using 100 ms. Have we decided on what we are going to use? Huh? How do you spell that?
Web and RTC. Web RTC API. So,
Oh, okay. So I'm not yet familiar with these things, so I'll be giving you a demo. Web RTC. Joe, come and talk about this thing.
let me come, just a minute.
Web RTC for customers. So it's a real-time communication for the web. Okay, let's see if this will work with React Native. Do we have, first of all, we need to check, do we have Web RTC for Expo? Deploying on an Expo React Native, Web RTC. Yeah.
That's a minute, right? Okay. So at the core of everything, we are doing real-time streaming, which is the easiest API to use here is WebRTC, which stands for the Web Real-Time Communication. It's a browser-native technology that enables peer-to-peer audio, video, and data streaming with very low latency, perfect for like the streaming interactions and all that. So basically, our backend is doing the signaling, where I don't know if I should become so much technical.
Yes. That's why they're here.
Got it. So WebRTC needs a way of for peers to exchange connection metadata. This can be like SDP offers, answers, ISC certificate, and all that. And this is done through signaling, right? And we handle that using our backend. So we have like a node backend server as a signaling server. And when a user joins a room, let's say like what you're seeing right now, you can call it a room. Like once us the streamers open up something that's like a room, right? The front end calls our backend to request a session token. That's for those creating a room. Then the backend responds with connection info, which can involve things like roles, the room permissions, let's say. Now, this token is going to be either way for the streamer and people joining to see you stream, right? Yeah. So that token is going to, our system is going to give you permissions. What can you do in that room? Of course, the person who set it up is like the admin of that room, right? He's the one to give you, do you want to say something? Are you able to like? Are you able to comment? All that stuff, right? And then the signaling messages are exchanged via WebSocket or REST and managed by our custom logic, yeah? So like think of our backend like the matchmaker, huh? It helps two or more clients find each other and negotiate how to talk, but it doesn't carry the audio or video itself, yeah.
Nice. This is actually powerful. I've been reading the documentation.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we need to put into consideration is that it runs natively So I've been checking out the package. the
Yeah,
React
yeah,
Native
yeah, yeah.
package,
It
and
runs
done
natively.
That so ideally we wanted to use 100 ms, right?
Yeah.
And 100 ms is it's the like there's a price we have to pay, right? And I feel like React Native Web RTC is free. We just need to embed in the package, right? Is there anything that we need to pay for?
No. You just have to be able to write the code.
Yeah, we just have to write the code definitely. So this is going to work perfectly. This is a startup. We haven't risen a lot of fundings. We even haven't gotten. We have sponsors. It's financially.
Give it like 3 days.
We don't rely on pure
Yeah, but
peer-to-peer for
shout
large
outs
groups.
to,
It doesn't scale, so we integrate with cloud-based selective forwarding units and all that. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, shout outs to Aridim. It's our sponsor for these broadcasts, rather than streaming all that stuff. Right from the cameras, the lighting, the screens, the PC that we are using to make the stream work. It's definitely Aridim. It's I'll give a chance to Luke to tell us more about Aridim. Things that they do, and services that are offering Uganda. This is Ugandan-based company, though I know
All right,
it's
I'll be
an
stepping
international
up.
company. Okay, so Luke, just
Head over to look about Arudem.
yeah.
So what's up, guys? How are you doing? I don't know. Good evening to most Ugandans. If you're tuning from out, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Yeah. So we're here at the RDM HQ. What we are primarily, when you look into our socials, our identity is gaming. Though we are like 3 different branches, we do a gaming branch. There is origami, which does hardware, and then there's creators that does game development and a couple of things in the creative space, yeah, design and all, metaverse experiences and all. So yeah, many of you, of course, are going to be attuned to the gaming side because what we have been fronting personally. And yeah, here we are. We've been given. The team has been given a space here at RDM to experiment on different hardware, a couple of like camera work and all, and get to see that space and deliver a good quality stream. So yeah, that's what RDM is about. If you need to know more about us, just check us out on our socials.
Yeah, I've also tagged Arudem profile.
Oh my God.
Yo, sorry about that.
But yeah, okay.
Is it now?
I think it should be now. But
At what time did we lose the sound? We lost the sound.
Oh.
Can't hear you. Sorry about that. But I think it was
what time was it though? The comment.
better now. What time was it when you guys lost? Was it when Luke was introducing Aridem, or it was way before that? Ian, what when he was talking about Aradim. So yeah, so repeat that.
Alright, that's fine. Hope I don't. So I hope you guys can hear me right now. I believe so. Yes, my name is Lucas. I introduced myself earlier. So I'm just here to talk about Ardem. Some of you might have heard it. Most people, when they look at Ardem, they look at it as on the gaming side of it. That's how we front ourselves when it comes to our socials and putting ourselves out there. Though we do have three branches. Of course, gaming, which you know of. There's the origami front that deals with hardware, computer hardware, and then there is creators that deals with game development, design, and also metaverse experiences. So you can look us up. Ardem Uganda is Ardem Gaming, and then there is Ardem Creators. So you can look up both those platforms, and you get a general idea of what we do. So yeah, we're here at Ardem HQ. You can come around, have a look at the space. If you're interested in any of these things, you can come around and have a conversation with us and get to understand what it is we do, because we do some pretty cool stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And of course, if you have any questions about Ardem and all, you can always let me know in the chat, and I'll be happy to indulge you. So yeah, on top of that, I'm also a developer, transitioning into AI as well, part of the team. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, all right. So meanwhile, as we wait for Donny, I don't even know. Do I even have a chat here? I'd like to read the chat and see what you guys are up and all about. I'm just checking in the questions though. Do you have a question, Sonia? It's a bit much. Yeah. So yeah. Just pulling up the chat here though. I don't know where the question came in earlier. Was it from TikTok or YouTube? Let me see this. So yeah. All right. So yeah, I hope you had everything though. I hope the audio is now clear. Telling me for those interested in all that kind of programming. So it's something that's an academy. It's not like an academy necessarily. It's something that's in the works. I think they talked about it earlier. So it's like a platform that you're coming up with like a couple of free content, open source content for people to learn through and get like some sort of certification as well. And I think Collins would be like the best person to ask about that type of question. So let me bring Collins in. So Collins, someone needs more information again about if he's asking if there's some sort of academy where we learn from.
The academy.
Okay, so maybe you can give him a brief rundown again.
Yeah, so we are working with a couple of companies that have been doing course offerings under different sectors. So they've helped out in product design. We released the product design course some time back, but the cohort was very private. So we did not post about that much in public, but we're building a learning management system in collaboration with a couple of other people where we're going to distill all this technical information for free. So if you want to learn AI for free, if you've seen websites like MLU Explained.github.io, if you've visited things like Coursera, because we're trying to work on certification and stuff like that. So we're cooking up a couple of things for you guys in the background. The only thing I can show you right now is just go to our links. Follow us everywhere. Follow us on LinkedIn. We'll be announcing most of these things because it's just the first thing. So yes, we do have an academy. I think me and Luke have been teaching for a couple of years now. We've taught with Kanzu Code, we've taught with Outbox, we've taught with Code Impact, we've taught with a couple of people out here. Yeah, we've also done private lessons and things like that. But I wanted to change the game and make this information like very free and ready to use. You get so that people can actually start using, so that we can have more techies in the ecosystem. Because I've traveled quite a bit this year, and I realized there's a lot we're not utilizing here in our country. So we want to bring those opportunities a little bit closer. I think you guys have heard of ALX. So we want to do something like that, but in more fields. That's in impactful fields like product design, AI, and things that can actually rejuvenate our economy in Africa. You get, yeah. So to answer your question, just follow us on our socials. We'll be releasing the LMS. We're almost done with it. We've already done a couple of curriculums. One being the product design curriculum. So that will take you. It's product design in all aspects. In terms of graphics design, so designing logos, looking at experiences, designing them, creating a brand guideline for that, creating a case study for that, and translating that into user needs, so doing user research and investigative behavior on users and stuff like that, testing the business cases and seeing if your app can actually make you money, how it will make you money, how you can make it make you money, if it's a new idea, and then designing the stuff in Figma and then presenting it to a client and being able to charge them, and even using AI in the stuff. So we've gathered a lot of experts in the field so that you can have this content given to you guys. It's a huge promise, I know, but we've been working on it in the background for quite some time. Yeah.
Fraud.com is taken.
See, that's that from Collins, who have been, like you mentioned, we also have like experience with the teaching, we also have the knowledge and the experience in developing as well, so rest assured you would be in good hands. So we want to make that accessible. A lot of people have trouble accessing the right content and for free or whatnot, and we're trying to like change that game and help out those out there so they don't like necessarily suffer like we did. So yeah, that's the point of it. Ian, you mentioned that you missed that part.
What part exactly?
Which part exactly did you miss?
So guys, let's bring the action here now.
So share links to all your socials, please. Do you mean links to the RDM socials or the lead programmer socials? Either way, they share the links to RDM on like the latest posts on this particular profile, lead programmer. You can check it out, and if you like look through the profile, there's going to be a link to a couple of other socials there as well. So yeah. So Ian, is the part you missed, is it about the socials or is it something else? Ian. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can hear me though. I hope you can, because I believe the mic is on though. Yeah. Okay. So as we wait for Ian's response, I guess we can continue and move on with the stream. But we're going to be monitoring the chat. Let me just check the YouTube chat real quick and see where we are at on YouTube. Yeah. So right, I don't know if someone saw his comment. You see, wow, I love this, sir. We love it too. So thank you. Okay. All right, so we're going to move forward. Just got the number 3 gifter badge. Thank you. Emox. Is this Emox who plays Apex as well? I wonder. If it is, then that would be cool. I don't know if this is Emox that plays Apex. If you're the one, you can send a text in the chat, because that would be cool.
Okay guys, let's bring the convo here.
Oh, it's Emox, bro. This is Salamander though, from the customs, Apex customs. You code as well. That's cool. Nice to meet you, bro. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Emox. All right.
So it's fraud.
So yeah. Oops, let me see. Have I lost the chat? So yeah, thanks for tuning in. All right. I think, yeah, so we're cooking up the next big thing. It's literally think of a streaming platform, Netflix, but Netflix, you can think of Hulu or something, but built with our own specs by us, and it's going to of course integrate a lot of like different payments that are going to translate towards like UGX as well. So you can crypto, bank, We're going first, of course, implement it with Momo and Airtel Pay, and yeah. So you can come and take over and continue the technical aspect of the stream, I guess. I've pretty much answered chats on both ends. Emox, hope I'll see you on the weekend for Apex stream.
All right, so we are assembling all the Avengers. Joel. No, we have a very reserved guy, Fita. You know, working with the government needs you to be very security conscious. Definitely, it's a psych.
He's going to talk about security.
He's going to talk about security. Security.
Should we give them the names?
Huh?
We brainstorm the names with them.
Yeah, by the way, chat, what do you think?
But we can brainstorm any other name except
Let them just give us a list of names.
So, guys, what do you think about the name of the application? Since you know what the application is going to do, basically streaming. Kayongo Johnson, whoa, I love this Asa. Shouts out to Asa.
the Nigerians bought it. Afro, like with our spelling of flow.
Let me take the blame. Ratch the compile. So guys, we are coding right now actually.
We're coding right now.
We are doing some stuff.
Man.
We are doing
Whose
some
machine is streaming? It's Donnie's, right?
the gaming boy.
And also we could not, so I can do as a viewer, I can do it that's not even active.
Yes, like you can wait for a stream. You've seen like whatever. Yeah, exactly.
We're actually finalizing with a few bits here regarding streaming, and we are trying to spin up a demo on what we have so far, and yeah, that's why we're taking a bit of time to come, and yeah, we are still setting up. But yeah, anytime soon we shall show you guys a demo, and yeah.
A demo on so much. Like there was whatever. I think there was an exposed video I watched of the Apple what? They were talking about why Apple Intelligence is shit, and they were saying that there's a clash between the two lead engineers. One that was coming from, I've forgotten their names. Those guys have their names.
Yeah.
But like during, guys are watching me say this just, but anyway. during was it WDC, their developer thing? Like I was saying that there are some features that they announced that even the devs themselves saw it for the first time.
I know that.
They were applying it. They were like,
It would be like that would take us a day. But when you know technically, it's going to be some.
So man, they announced features that were in a day. I was like,
So that devs are.
let me see. It was some video I watched on YouTube. Let me see. Let me look for that video.
I'm surprised they're allowed to share that publicly.
Bro, nada. It was some guy who
Like expose it.
yeah, it was some expose. Let me look for it. It was so
Dev
funny.
was like,
It's here.
we
It's
have
here.
that feature to.
It's here. Let me share it in the group. Share.
So I'm actually running.
Are you
some
cloning
backend
the
code
thing?
here.
Yo, what's your
Can you share with me?
You guys want to watch the video?
No.
You can watch the video, by the way. As part of the stream. Hey,
Oh.
Nara, I was still cloning, man, and then I got into jazz.
Okay, you jazz, bro.
You guys want another story?
I was still cloning, then I got into jazz. But let me see sample apps. This is still
Yeah, Don
React
is showing
native.
you mainly what we have so far on the mobile app, but most of us here are hooking up the streaming engine. What's going to actually run?
Boy, the streaming engine.
And we don't explain
The streaming engine.
just everything because it's actually
Yeah, the streaming engine.
can I call it?
Guys have terms. Bro, the
Our
streaming.
streaming service.
Bro, if someone told me the streaming engine, I would also be stressed.
These are a couple of guys like that.
We have a streaming engine. Let me clone this
I've
guy
seen
and
someone
set
talk
up.
about micro. I don't know why everyone wants to hear microservices.
By the way, by the way,
Microservices in UG, bro.
It's like one of the
guys
biggest-
can't architect, they just want to come. I think the worst part is you hear a guy saying, I want to do a microservice with the same DB. I'm like, man,
You suffer with RabbitMQ, with Kafka, and trying to communicate between services for 1 dB.
For one
bro, for one DB.
God knows that deep guy needs this. Stress Postgres.
Man, start simple, you guys. Start
Start
simple.
simple,
Achieve what
start
you want.
making money,
Yeah, start
then
making
change.
money, and then change
Microservice
after.
can come into this maybe. If we really get where we want to be, like the numbers, and
When
are
we
capable
feel
of
the
doing
need,
that yet, but
when we feel the
Because you're
need,
not sure
now,
if the thing is going to work.
it's a nice monolith.
bro. Guys want,
It's beyond a monolith.
I want
We
to
even, have a,
architect.
we even have a bus in the background.
My friend, my
Backend as a
friend.
service.
Yeah. So I think when we actually another reason why we chose Superbase over Firebase is that with Superbase you can self host. Yeah, you can self host. So you can go and pick all your data from their cloud in case you don't want to pay, and you host it on your own cloud.
That's a hard life in case you don't want to.
Guess
It's why we have him as a.
Hey, team lead. He's vouching for team lead with this stream. We're going to elect for the guys. He's vouching for team lead. He's like CTO there.
like when a bank comes, I'm the guy you bring.
I'll be like, why are we paying for Superbase?
Yes.
They're not supposed to pay.
This guy may write for us a DB, by the way. he may decide.
Yet Rock Cloud is giving us free services.
So what are we going to use for tracking? The user engagement.
No, that's
We let you
that's-
decide that part, Donnie. Maybe you can tell people about a few options we got.
So currently, we initially we were planning to use a post hoc, embedding in post hoc for tracking all the user events like button clicks, queries and all that stuff, getting to know what device the user is logged in with and all that stuff. So we need to have this data. The reason that's why we're tracking this data is because we need to have sort of like a centralized analytics system that will help us on things that, on what features people are really consuming. You get. So we need to track if most people are using,
the first thing I heard.
for example, with this post-hoc embedded, okay, the overall idea of having your data tracked is because we need to have like a more predefined decision making about a certain feature, if we should still have a certain feature in the application or we scrap it out. Yeah, so that's why we are going to embed in tracking your activities. Wait, where is my phone? Okay. I need to see what these guys are saying in the chat. Because
There's a bare bones JS guy. I want to first try and see what it looks like.
what's airborne?
FK na rem na
vanilla
hiyo
whatever.
ulemwa.
Oh,
Vanilla thingy.
I think that's not our final name. Maybe it's not our final. There's someone complaining about our name. No. We have all the branding coming in.
We have all that branding.
This is just for the bare minimum to show you
We're
guys how
just
we are
in jazz,
getting.
my guy.
So they want to know the name so that they can buy the domain name.
Bro, I'm not that
Crazy.
Bro, I'm not that wise by the way. I'm not that wise. But yeah, the branding actually is going to change from what you see on the app. Everything.
Watch YouTube channel. Lead Programmer is the YouTube channel. Just check it out. Just check my bio, you'll get the YouTube channel. So we can't disclose really the name. What we can disclose right now is RODM.
That's the way.
Yeah.
Gaming
Our
session.
biggest sponsor
After
of the
this, we're
day.
going to stream a gaming session. Some guys have to get cooked.
Hey,
There's a
next
FIFA
time,
session.
hey, there's a gaming
Some guys have to
session.
get cooked.
Next time we shall be streaming gaming strictly. But among devs, if you're an accountant and you want to battle,
We can't be on the same wave.
we can say, yeah. So if you're an accountant and you want to battle a developer,
Yeah, so the
it's
time an
open.
accountant cooked me, it was Jazzy. he was saying that developers are very funny people.
How many people
Maybe they are
have
working
you?
on their machines.
Right now
Then they
we
be like,
have
I'm going to take a break. And again,
they
they
can't scan, but we have over
the
like
machine.
300 people total.
How do you see? How do you see?
It's on the TikTok studio kind of thing.
Yeah.
But right now I can't see. So guys, share the live so that we reach.
Who do you want to see game? Oh yeah. We do have an academy. I think Collins will talk to you guys again about it.
I've set up locally.
Okay, cool.
Let me first relax. Let me first
Let Caleb join in and
see what I
we'll show them something.
How is that? This thing was covering your.
Yeah, I was still covering my head.
Now it's better, I think.
No, this
No,
jazz.
no,
Let me
it's
remove
not.
this jazz before it move some expose information. I think.
Exclusive. So the thing that I'll really share today is authentication in Superbase. That's easy to share. I'll first create a demo email that will have a very demo database for us. Yeah, maybe that's what I will share. But we can't share.
This is the man doing our oath by now.
Is that he's supposed to do our oath now? Is there whining? He's still twerking for us.
On a machine that's not over.
So currently,
Rudem servers.
his PC is cooked. Now this goes to all Windows users. Don't go for the option of repairing your PC. Yeah, that option is always there. Like your PC shut down unexpectedly, then repair. It's been 2 hours. A Windows guy is they're still cooking you.
He's still setting up something very easy that you got running on Mac in a minute.
Is there being cooked? Nah, Windows was there once.
We started on Mac.
Hey, when I started on Mac.
Wait.
But it changed early.
I changed early.
It changed early.
And my first Windows PC was like an i7, 10th gen.
Which is considered.
Hey! And it was a gaming PC. But about that PC, the way I got it, it was fun and mad. So initially I didn't have a PC. So when I was at campus, we used to code. I used to code with a book. So you write your C code and make sure that
It runs properly.
it runs properly in the book. So by the time you access the library, that's when you like test out the code. So it was funny until a relative of mine was graduating. I think she did business administration, and the richest clan members were there.
Let's fundraise.
Hey,
Let's fundraise for
I
our
was like,
son.
yeah, it's the right time. So that's why I had to kneel down with due respect to ask for them to buy me a PC. That's how I got my very first PC. So it was
I had to kneel down.
Hey, I had to kneel down. It was through a clan contribution. So, clan members.
About I think my story, but it's not that dramatic. Just that yeah, I think I got my first PC from my brother. Yeah, it was a Mac. Yeah, it was a 2015.
See how guys are set up to win.
I think, but then I was writing code and I was using some old ASA. And it's called ASA, some rare brand. So I think I was about in Form 2 then, yeah. I was doing some embedded system stuff.
Form 2 and you have a Mac.
And I told my brother I need a
He used to
PC.
bring it to school, and we'd look at him. Guys,
Moreover,
this
the
guy,
old one.
This guy was such a cool kid. He would be there with his robots, and we'd this guy. My name is Maurice.
Was an old one. So yeah, so I told him I need a PC and he was coming to Uganda for holiday. Then he was like, bro, I got you one. And guess what? It was a Mac. So yeah, we started coding on Mac and up to now, bro, you can't make me switch.
I feel like just shifting to Windows.
I feel like I want to get my third Mac.
Hey, I want to get my third Mac.
I want to get like a Mac, an Apple Studio. It's called a Mac Studio. An Apple Studio. Yeah, it's called Mac. Yeah, Mac Mini. Yeah. There's a Mac Mini. There's a Mac. So the Mac Studio is like more capable. Yeah. Yeah. It can be there as like your personal server and all that. On top of my M4 and the M1. To anyway, yeah. The MacBooks are better for coding, yeah, I would say. If you want to code, get a Mac. Get the latest Mac. Okay, get from M1 plus.
Okay, guys. Like
But
the
it does
definition of if bread is not
Because, but you shouldn't use that as an excuse that since I have no Mac, I shouldn't code, you know. And I know someone who started from a very simple machine, an i3.
Very simple Windows, 32 GB. 32 GB RAM. i7,
Is that simple?
10th generation, 11.
Yeah, man. Guys, the rest is plan kids.
Hold on.
Actually, I have a friend who started from a cellular, and right now he's a core backend engineer in the US. Like actually used to code on campus desktops. That's how bad it was. But he's now a principal engineer in the US. So yeah, you shouldn't use. Anyway, I'm just saying that a Mac is better as you upgrade. When you reach there and you can afford it, get a Mac. It gives you better experience. Docker is always running on someone's Mac here.
Guys running Olama.
He's running Olama. He's spinning up a service. I'm like, bro. He has like 200 Chrome tabs. And the fans are not yet on. Bro, Collins is mad. YouTube alone, they're like 100.
This is great, that's what I have to hear.
Some error here.
When this one doesn't manage, you go to this one.
See this? It's making a request, right?
One is for
Which I
training,
believe
one
is
is
like
for
inbuilt from here. Then it doesn't get past here. It just gives what I don't know whether it's some token that's required.
Maybe. What does the readme say? So guys, we are doing a lot of bare metal work here, and I know
We are cooking.
we have to keep you entertained.
Hey,
And if you're on
You've seen
YouTube,
it.
sorry, we are not sharing our screen from that side.
is it?
I think we shall do that I think we are doing that. We are sharing. Guys on TikTok are able to see
Are you able to?
to see my screen. Yeah. YouTube, because of a few technical issues, we are not able. So I'll begin by creating a super base.
That's why I want to create our own streaming service.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Because with our own, we would be able
Able to do it.
to share
By
code.
the way,
We're not sharing code on YouTube. even on TikTok, we're just going to share the authentication. Wait. So Superbase, you can't log in with Gmail or what?
You can't.
It has to be very raw.
Yeah, GitHub. Yeah. And in which you can't share your credentials on screen.
You get. I can't. So let me
First stop
just,
sharing and log in, then you present again.
after all this is going to be deleted at the end. I don't know.
Some guy might see that oath token. And it's like, bro, I've got how to squeeze these boys. Bro, by the way, most of us have worked with big companies. We really take security
We know.
as a priority.
I've keyed in a password, but I can't remember.
Yeah, that stuff is too hard. Imagine having representations of semantic meaning between different words. Like the way you have tables in your database in SQL, but they're linked with semantics.
Yeah.
Like I know the context between you and Luke. Like let's say I have a description of you and I have a description of this guy. I can draw insights from the connection between the both of you. So the semantic connection, that's how they store stuff. So recommendation systems, I think we did this for some guy. We did a semantic recommendation system. Just comparisons of semantics. It's like if you're this hot and we're close to the same temperature, we're close to each other. But it's just vectors.
Yeah, actually, I've seen a guy present that. I think he was doing his own photo search.
Yes.
Like searching, vector search with images. He was building an e-shop. So you could upload a picture, let's say over Samba, and it gets you Sambas and all shoes close to Samba, related to a Samba. So let's say you're looking for a mouse.
So for us, what we
Take a pic scan,
for this particular use case,
and it finds you similar. Actually, it was so good that it could get the right context, man. It was really amazing. It was that good.
It's based off a funny idea.
And the idea is really funny.
So you've done vectors before, right? So you're seeing each vector point represents a point in space. Another thing is, imagine you could extrapolate a vector point from just three dimensions to around 384 dimensions, right? But you can represent that particular vector point in terms of semantics. So the word love and the word like are in the same.
Share links to all your socials. Johnson, can you help with that?
You're seeing like how the K-means is. You're seeing like, the PCA is. How you separate different components based off of certain semantics.
What is it written in?
But that's
Like
besides
what
the point. So
exactly?
far from
Maybe
the
share
point.
more context.
But you represent something in vector space based off of its meaning.
Whatever we are
So meaning
building right
everything
now
that
is
goes in vector space,
JavaScript.
You can determine how similar they
Other
are
languages
by seeing
can
the
come
distance
in, but
between
that
them.
would depend on usage and
So they call that cosine similarity.
the problems we want
So
to
they do the
solve.
same.
But for the start,
If
it's
you can find a
clear.
way to represent images in
You
terms of
got
vectors,
funny.
that's the embeddings, the tokenizers, the what. So I think with GPT, is all it does is that it attaches attention to those tokens. You understand? That's why they call that paper attention is all you need. So when you have a dictionary, and in that dictionary, you have different slots. But imagine I tell you a word, and then places in the dictionary light up immediately in relation to that word. That's how GPTs work. So they draw attention to those things. So me, I realized, RAG, all this stuff, it's feeding it with just context. So the more context you give it, because RAG is just having a separate database of vectors that you can reference. You get? So that's the whole point. So it has changed the way we think about recommendation systems, about all this other stuff.
You can just do Victor search.
Hey, guys, that was a preview of how we shall be teaching.
Some guy just jumps in and he canes for you rank. Like we are really tired of people who can't move.
Really? Yeah, so actually, where I got this information, you can read the book. It's called AI Engineering by Chip Huyen. Very good book.
Guys, write notes.
You can watch. There's a 76-minute masterclass. It's a breakdown of that.
Bro,
particular
9 people
video.
visited your
There's also a
profile.
Stanford masterclass on LLMs.
I'm already
Even having
SLS.
tests as a very good course. If you watch only those videos and read that book, and you're a full stack dev, you can qualify to be an AI engineer. All you have to do is now learn the harder stuff, the MLOps, the deployments, the fine tuning. Those are the harder parts. Yeah, but those resources cover everything. There's a course by Ed Donner, Eddonner, on Udemy. So he has 2 courses. One on bare bones LLM engineering, and the second one is on agentic AI. All that stuff you've been seeing online. Then read a lot of papers, and also read a lot about
Make reading your
findings.
friend, basically.
So OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Palantir, all those huge companies, they release reports on enterprise AI and stuff like that, and the use cases. So you guys can check that stuff out.
Just being active on Twitter. Yeah. Usually share.
Just be active. Or by the way, be active on X.
Really share.
And follow the right people. I know most of you go there for politics.
Most of the guys go there for politics.
Elon don't follow Elon. Follow his engineers. Follow XAI engineers.
Actually, if you're interested in
Follow levels, you get
recently
pressure.
I was reading the Twitch engineering blog, and you can see the kind of problems these companies like Twitch face and how they solve them actually. So make reading the engineering blogs of these companies your habit. You really learn more about problems people face with large scale systems and how they tackle them. Like the Discord incidents where they had to move from MongoDB to Cassandra, then from Cassandra to writing their own DB in Rust and all that, yeah. Bro, that thing was crazy, by the way. The story is like the story of Discord moving from MongoDB to Cassandra, then to writing their own DB in Rust. Because of that.
No, but
Then Twitch moving from
the craziest story is how they moved from being a gaming company to a streaming company.
Bro.
That guy's life is full of pivots.
it's full of pivots only. Let me first go to Twitch.
Twitch. Today we didn't stream on Twitch.
No, like the blog, something I want to share. Man, Twitch ended up inventing techniques. So our greatest inspiration is Twitch, of course, and yeah, we have to read about. Actually, Twitch is written in React Native, right? The mobile. It's interesting. But I think React Native is shit, but
React Native. Many companies use it. I feel like even TikTok uses it.
yeah, they must be using it.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. This Collins guy.
Twitch has an average number of active viewers over 2.5 mil. Donny, how are you going to be able to accommodate that in a few years? Our yearly number of minutes watched is over 1.3 trillion. Web and client applications on which all of Twitch is built. Community, discovery, machine learning, some ML, security. Yeah, we saw it and Donny shared.
They shared.
many of our web applications are part of a large monorepo called Tachyon. By the way, I like the way this guy's name stuff. Like at one point, I worked for a company based in Europe, where they were using the Africa's, let's say, mountains and let's say the core tourist features to name their services. So there was a backend named Kilimanjaro. There was a front end called Sahara. Yeah,
Actually quite interesting.
it's a nice naming strategy. Yeah. Then there was one called Hamatan, which is, I think they told me it's a weather condition in North Africa. Those countries that have that desert, there's a condition called Hamatan. So imagine we start ours, maybe the app is called Renzori in terms of like code base. Renzori, we have Victoria, we have Albert, something like that. Buindi, Queen Elizabeth. We're like spin up Queen Elizabeth. That guy works, man. I like that naming conversion.
Man, this thing, I finally got the code, but now it's not changing though.
It's taking long.
It's not, yeah, I don't know if it has crashed or.
It's using CRA.
Nada, this is just normal. It's normal. I realized the vanilla guy was set.
Oh.
Let me try the React guy and see.
A Japanese what? Yeah, a demon. And
Hey,
interesting.
Is this game out? About something with katana or something? What?
Oh.
It's a game over
Ghost of Yote. Don't get that.
But this guy jumped this high. It's almost doubling his height.
React guy is working. Let me.
Caleb, we have something working. Come on.
Man, I finally got the local guy to work. Let me try and send it to you. It should have been. I don't know if it's gonna be just. Let me get my IP and I share it to you.
That's right.
This is actually going to give us exactly what we need. What's it called? Header conference footer. It's a conference. Man, we just need to follow this React example. I think it's going to give us exactly what we need.
Each component of the stream.
Yeah. It's going to give us exactly what we need. Conference. That's what's on screen tile. Still loading. Come in.
Look, do you have any story to share?
What you get? Are we still live? We're still live. But man, guys, I just want to thank you guys for coming through. This was a vision I had, like a dream I had a couple of months back. I think I told a couple of you guys about it. But it's interesting to see that in our different efforts alone, we've been working towards that thing. You get? I think I told you years back I had imagined a hub where we have developers, creatives, everyone in the same room working towards the same stuff. this is the beginning of that. This is the beginning of that, because we have a couple of designers, we have a couple of guys cracked in different sectors. Like, it's so crazy that what he can do, I can never do. Okay, I can't do, but I'm the exception. But anyway, that's besides the point. That's besides the point. So the things he can do, I can't. A skill like this guy, bro. I just can't. I can't try to go along microservices like this. You get? I cannot do what he does. I cannot try to React Native like him, right? But we've come together as the logical creatives, like I called us, like the digital misfits, right? We need to take back the digital real estate for Africa, right? People talk about the metaverse, but we haven't even explored the digital verse. We haven't. As Africans, we've not. So let's start by taking over the TikToks, the what. Let's have our personal brands worked on. And I'm pledging, and we've worked on different personal brands for Caleb, for Warren, for Aaron's. I've worked on several of them. And I mean logo, color, professional photography, the wording, custom GPTs. Imagine a personalized AI for your personal brand that keeps watching you. Personality tests, like really, really deep stuff.
So like, you see this,
And I'm going to give this information for free. My ask to you guys is to give your knowledge and working for free towards this cause, right? For each of us, so that we can grow together. So me, I just want to thank you guys for coming together and making this vision come to life. Like, bro, I was seated down at church with these guys, and I was talking about it. It's like, man, they're streamers. Look at Primagen. He just woke up one morning with his mustache and got on camera. Why? Because he worked at Netflix. But the thing is, we have guys here who work for GitHub, who work for Netflix, and the information is not out there. I realized our community was struggling with a problem I termed as network impoverishment. I just don't have access to a person that can unlock the next network for me. You get? So that's what we're doing here. We're trying to bring those stories closer to our people. We give them